Hello and welcome to another quick look. Me, GamerWolfSix, of another furry visual novel. This one, Mice Tea, a game about, as I look up the synopsis, it's an 18-plus story-driven visual novel full of emotion, romance, and a woman turning into a mouse. Not sure if it's like a human-sized mouse or a small mouse. I've seen pictures of both, I guess. Anyways, or sometimes a mink, or sometimes, well, there are a lot of things she and her friends turn into. Can I get some of that tea? Anyways, I like tea, and turn into aminals. Margaret de Campos is a young clerk at a local bookstore who needs some change in her life. Her job feels like a dead end, her love life is in a rut, and she's not happy with how she looks. All of that is upended when she stumbles upon a box of magical tea with the tendency to transform people into anthropomorphic animals. Depending on your choices, the lives of Margaret and her friends, I lost where I was reading, and her coworkers are irrevocably changed as the story leads to several wildly different paths. Help Margaret find love and a deeper understanding of herself and her proclivities by playing Mice Tea. Mice Tea? Yeah. Anyways, before we start as well, if you want to play this game, there's a free demo on itch.io, but the full game is $20. Though I think it's also on Steam now that I read this thing here. It's $20 on itch.io. They also have a Patreon, which is $5 a month for their other game, Coffee Buds, which I think is like a sequel of different characters. Also, if you want me to play this game, tell me, and I'll give it a point, which will put up higher on the list of that time slot. And also, if you want me to play any other furry visual novel, tell me, and I'll add it to the quick look, and give it a point. So, reset my face, unclench my jaw. My jaw's been all ooh-ooh. But I haven't been ooh-ooing. Phew, finally. The kitchen is cleared, the dishes are drying, the groceries are put away, and the fridge is cleaned. Also, can I change it so that the text speed's a bit slower? Yes, please. Nude sprites, ooh. Some of those stains took some extra effort, but now I don't need to think about them for a couple of months. It do be like that. I fill the electric kettle with filtered water and set the temperature for 195. Thank goodness I have tomorrow off. I barely got through my errands after a full day of work. Wait, what is the temperature that you're supposed to put it at? That'd have to be C, right? For it to boil. Though, I guess if you're doing certain teas, you don't have to boil it. Anyways, but I've got just enough energy to stay up and do a little reading. Maybe I'll even water Mom's flowers in that Furry Woods phone game. Oh, okay. I pull a teapot and teacup from the cupboard. It might be a Skinner box. Oh, but it keeps her off my back about getting a better job. Also, I guess I need to reset my face because I'm puckering my lips. Or starting a family before I turn 30. God, I'm 35. Don't do that to me, game. A few water droplets condense on the kettle's fill gauge. Well, it's not like there's anything I can do about that tonight. My new book is waiting. I pull out a tin of oolong, open the lid, and stick my nose inside. Honestly, maybe I'm looking forward more to making tea rather than drinking it. The process is so meditative. I cherish every opportunity to have a go through the whole routine. Sorry, I need to clear my throat. Also, how do you find people? I don't know. It do be hard. Oolong is one of the fancier preparations I do, and it always sets my personal time apart from the rat race. Speaking of rats or mice, the faint click tells me the kettle has reached the correct temperature. To properly prepare the oolong, I use an infuser and rinse the leaves before steeping them. I even preheat the teacup before pouring the tea. Oh, she's fancy. Man, I've gotten really precious about all this, huh? I used to just throw tea bags I stole from the hotel breakfast buffets into a saucepan on the stovetop. Okay, that's interesting. Now, I'm using loose leaf tea and an infuser. I don't think I even knew what an infuser was 2 years ago. I carry everything over to my armchair. I sit down and take my first sip. That's good. A rich roasted body with earthly notes of cinnamon and caramel. It's just strong enough to taste a little bold, but I can adjust that with the next steep. It's interesting how they have different steeps for teas and stuff like that. Interesting. I guess there's a little astringency? I don't know. If I really wanted to nitpick, maybe too much oxidation. But I can't imagine finding a much better on my budget. And now I can focus on my book. Within a deep, dark forest, 2 cloaked men appear in a small clearing. One stands and waits, as the other drags a struggling, bound figure behind him. Before the men can exchange words, the piercing whistle of an arrow cuts through the winter air. The hostage bearer falls to the ground, blood flowing from. Ding ding, ding, da da, bum, da da. Who's that? I peek over to my phone's display to see a face of my boss, Felix, or at least the silver of his face that isn't obscured by the cat he's holding. Cat. There's only one reason for him to call at this hour. I glare at my phone and attempt to silence it with my mind. Don't do it, Margaret. You don't have to answer. Ding 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 da bum da da. My finger hovers above the screen. It's probably not important. Just ignore it and get on with your evening. Ding 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 da da bum 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 bum. I slide my finger across the screen. Gosh darn it. Hello? Hey Margaret, how's your evening treating you? Fine, thanks. I just started reading actually. Really looking forward to my first day off in weeks. Yeah, about that. Felix. Sylvia called in sick. Again? Yeah, I know. It's a problem. You know how much I hate to do this, but I'm still running behind on things and need someone to watch the store. Still? You've been using that excuse for months. Okay, I can understand not having time off for weeks, or in my case, in my old job, months, because I worked 2 months straight. 12-hour days, yay! I mean, I made a good bit of money. It was a C job anyways. But, I guess she's had more than 2 months, maybe? Crap, have I? Okay, you got me. But it's really been busy lately. It's good for the store and all, but it's making it harder to keep up on inventory. Plus, there's all these new property tax laws that are going into effect next year. Sorry, I'm rambling. Point is that this will be the last time, I swear. I don't believe you. But I'll come in. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. This better be the last time, though. Really. Definitely. See you tomorrow. Beep. I should have said no. This definitely won't be the last time. At least, not until he hires more people or gets Sylvia to pull her weight. I take a deep breath, lamenting how quickly the trajectory of my evening has changed. I need to go to bed now if I don't want to be a zombie tomorrow. Sigh. I haven't hit the salon in a while, huh? Or the gym. Or the boutique. Why am I thinking about this? I've got work to worry about. Why do we even keep Sylvia around? Oh, right. Sorry, mind wandering. She was so enthusiastic when she started. What happened to that Sylvia? Yeah. Though I doubt Felix would actually fire her. I don't think he has the guts. Whatever. This isn't getting me to bed any faster. I fall into the bed and grip the sheets between my clenched fists. I had my whole night planned out. Why did he even have to call so late? I mean, 9 o'clock isn't... well, for work stuff it is late, but it's like... Is she getting up at like, what, 6 o'clock in the morning? My mind spins as I mention the arguments I have with Felix and Sylvia over what they've put me through. I shoot down feeble excuses I invent for each of them. My tirades are full of elegant, righteous fury in my head, though I'm sure they'd fall flat if I ever found the courage to express them out loud. They do be like that. The fake arguments aren't helping me sleep, but they're addicting to stew over. After a few hours of tossing and turning, I finally pass out. One thing I do is that I try to daydream, or create fantasies, and then I fall asleep. When life gives you lemongrass. Ooh, I could go for something like that. I haven't had the lemon tea in a while, like green tea. I should try more stuff. Ding da ding da da bum 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 ba da bum. I just fell asleep. I roll over to silence the alarm blaring from my phone. Once my eyes focus, I notice it's half an hour later than I thought. Here's the thing. I put my phone on silent. No one needs to call earlier than 9 o'clock for me. Crap, I had to snooze in my sleep again. I sleep through my normal morning routine and run out the door to catch the train with toast and tea in hand. The store is only a 5-minute walk from the station after a 40-minute ride, but I have to take it with 2 minutes to be on time. I have to make it in 2 minutes to be on time. Boy, that sucks. Though maybe it's, public transport, so it's a bit slower. I don't know. Finally, a chance to exercise. I alternate between speed walking and light jogging. It's about all I can handle. Seconds remain as I reach the front door. There's just enough time to lean over and catch my breath. I really should be used to getting up at 7 a.m. at this point. Let's see. That would mean you need to go to bed at if you're getting up at 7, that would mean you just need to go to sleep at what? 11 o'clock at night? To get your 8 hours. But for some reason they say humans don't sleep 8 hours. Anyways, Felix better not think he's getting off easy this time. I reach for the door handle, only for the door to open towards me. Good morning, Margaret. Felix stands there beaming and radiating enthusiastic energy. Thanks again for coming on such short notice. I don't know what I'd do without you. Unfortunately for me, this enthusiasm has always been more infectious than anyone I've ever met. It's like he can irradiate you with positivity. Sorry, I needed it. My throat just for some reason is maybe it's the black mold. Yeah, we found out there's black mold in the attic. If there's any peace on my mind, I plan to give it to him. Peace? I've already lost it. No problem. I follow him aside. He might not be a great boss, but at least his heart is in the right place. Is there a new is that a new thermos? I have one just like it. I've had it for 3 months. You must have put a new sticker on it or something. There aren't any stickers on it. Is that a new tea? Nope, just regular Earl Grey. Extra caffeine. We do have some coffee if you need it. Say the word and I'll start a pot. Coffee makes me jittery. But I'll keep you updated. By the way, you mentioned finishing the 5th book in the Hawk High Above series the other day, right? How'd you like it? Was it 5th or 50th? I read 50th, right? 5th. Okay. It was pretty good. It kept the grounded quality I appreciate from this series, while still throwing in a lot more exciting fight scenes and intrigue than the last volume. I really need to finish the 3rd Dune book. Sorry, 3rd Dune book. I really enjoyed the part where the Sorcerer's Apprentice revealed his scheme. The author has been building up for nearly 3 books. I know. I went back to reread a bunch of passages. I could pick up all the hints the author dropped. Felix's taste in literature is eerily close to my own. He's the only other person I've met with any interest in Eastern European low fantasy. Okay, question, what is low fantasy? And also, what is high fantasy? Is it like, I don't know, grounded fantasy? Plus, my heart was pounding the whole time they're escaping from the constable search party. Yeah, me too. Have you started the new one yet? Well, I started it last night, right before you called. Oh, sorry. If you want to take some extra time during lunch, I can cover it for you. That might be nice. Any updates on the hiring process? Crud, I completely forgot. Figures. I'll get to it this week, I swear. Just like every week. I'm going to have to rent a billboard next to his house to remind him. Oh, real quick. I took this cute picture of Mittens. Wanna see? He is pretty cute. I have an addiction to tea. Felix has an addiction to cats. I don't know how he manages it, but I've never seen pictures of the same cat twice. I figured they breed under his floorboards. Wow, he's really up on the couch, isn't he? Yeah, he's a little stinker. What is he, number 6? 4, I'll have you know. Ding ding. The first customer of the day cuts our small talk short. I'll leave the floor to you. That budget won't review itself. Deep breaths. Hi, welcome to Borrow's Books. Can I help you with anything? A bookstore and cafe? Though I guess there was like a Barnes & Noble that had a Starbucks or something. I guess it's like people like reading and drinking tea, though I do like drinking tea and reading would be nice. Oh yes, I was looking for... My unscheduled work shift is as eventful as any other. I started working here 5 years ago after graduating college. It was a job just to pay rent while I found something better. At this point, my life revolves around the store. For years, the store was stable due to regulars, but the neighborhood graduated from up-and-coming to arrived, and word got out. Just one clerk on the floor used to be enough, but it's gotten tough to keep pace by myself. The moment I catch a breath every half hour is usually enough to get by, but things are becoming scarce. Things? Those are becoming scarce. I slog through the day, check out every customer while I restock, clean, and give recommendations. I somehow still manage to maintain a smile for the final tackle of customers in the shop's waiting hours. Boobs. Can I help you with anything? Oh, I wanted to get my sister a gift, but I'm not sure what she'd like. Do you know if she reads The Shapes We See? I don't think so. Focus. Hey, I like ladies too. I mean, both of them are nice, but anyways. It's been really popular lately. It's my go-to gift if I'm not sure what to get someone. And we can exchange it for something else if she ends up not wanting it. Oh, perfect. Thank you. I can help you check out over here if that's all you need. Oh, if you're sure, you can take time to check me out. Oh, sorry. That's my job after all. I'm the cashier here. Goodness, all the times I've come here, I thought you were the manager. No, I'm a regular employee. I just worked here for a while. A couple who own the store offered me the manager job a few years ago when they retired. And you didn't take it? No, I didn't think it was right for me. It seemed more like Felix's forte. I suppose management isn't right for everyone, though it seems like you do most of the work here already, honestly. Maybe. Thanks for your help. Have a nice day. Sorry. And I feel like I'm having to do that more recently. After helping the last couple of customers and closing the shop, it's finally time to go. My shift didn't mess up my plans with Julie and Gavin tonight. Tea Friends should still open at the same time I get there. Maybe I can shop a little before Gavin closes up. Tea Friends. Eep. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention to... Oh, it's you. Hey, Margaret. Sylvia stands there, her arms overburned with bags. Clearly, she's been busy. You're looking healthy. Oh, right. Sylvia slumps over and brings a hand to her mouth. Oh yeah, achoo. I managed to, drag myself out of bed. It took me a second to remember she's the person that got sick, quote unquote. I see you managed to drag a bunch of bags with you. Yeah, I need to pick up some medicine. Veronica Shroud sells medicine. Shopping can be therapeutic. You're not sick, Sylvia. Ah, you caught me. What gives me away? Literally everything. What about my sneezing? Wasn't that at least a little convincing? She fakes a couple more times to demonstrate. You don't actually sneeze like that, right? It's like a kitten squeaking. Plus, there isn't any follow-through. You have to commit to the bit. Maybe you can give me some tips? Why on earth would I give you tips on how to act sick? I'm so helpless with this stuff, Margaret. You have to help me. But you... Please? Fine. Just get her to listen. I tilt my head back and scrunch my face up before slamming it forward with a hearty achoo! Oh no, did you catch my bug, Margaret? I slump over and sniffle a few times. Yeah, I think I'm dead. Brava! I didn't know you were a bookworm and an actress. Really? It wasn't that good. No, really. Why are you working at a bookstore when you can be on stage? Crowds tend to not agree with me. Oh, you can hardly even see them when the house lights are down. I'm sure we can figure something out. Is she supposed to be an actress as well or something? I actually know a performer who could use an assistant too. A car pulls up beside us. Sorry, that's my ride. She tosses her bags in before hopping into the back seat. Wait, I was going to talk to her about flaking out. Why am I giving her tips on how to act sick? Because you're a people pleaser, I guess? See you tomorrow. Thanks for covering my shift. Before I can say a word, Sylvia shuts the door and the car speeds off. I missed my chance. I need to stop getting lulled in by how fun it is to talk to her. The only thing consoling me is that I've already made it to tea friends. Ding ding! Hey Margaret, enjoy your day off. Oops, sorry, burped. Felix called you again. Yeah. I can't believe you still work there. I've been looking for something new. Or I was, a while ago. Sure you have. You ready to go? Just give me a couple more minutes. I need to finish cleaning and grab my stuff. Sorry, it's been harder for me to take time off these days. It's only been a couple of weeks since Miguel and Ursula. Are people called Ursula these days? The last of the original group of friends who opened up the shop left to go start a family in North Carolina. Now, only Gavin remains from the 5 who opened up the shop 3 years ago. No worries, I know it's been busy with just you here. In the meantime, I've got a couple new blends if you want to look around. As long as I'm here. Beyond being a source of all my tea, the store has come to be my main refuge outside of home. It's always a struggle to avoid walking out with their entire stock. Mint lemongrass? Lemon ginger? I've got some already. The magic box. That has Chinese characters? I'm not sure. I almost step on a box on the floor. I pick it up to see a label written in a language I don't recognize, and it looks like a label that has been glued on by hand. Is it even for sale? It looks almost like it's been trampled. I mean, that last character looks Japanese. I don't know. Pass. Thanks for waiting. Ready to head out? Gavin spies the box in my hand. What'd you find this time? I hand it to him. You tell me. He turns the box over in his hand, squints at the writing on the side, and opens the flap to confirm there are indeed tea bags inside. Ah, yes, nice find. What is it? No idea, never seen it before. Looks like it fell off a truck. Sure, you didn't buy this off some guy in an alley? I'm just thinking of like back alley tea, being like, hey, you wanna buy this tea? It's like, it's good for the respiratory system, you know? Don't try and pawn off responsibility for your inventory. Considering all the crannies you find stuff in, I'll have to believe you. You pull this out of a hole in the wall? I stick my hand in a hole in the wall one time, and that's all you talk about. You've put your hand in there multiple times. What kind of hole are we talking about? Might as well set my face into a coffin. Either way, this was on the floor. Wonderful. Floor tea. Go ahead and take it. It'll be more work to figure it out what to charge for it. If anything, you're doing me a favor by taking out some trash. I guess I can have some if you're just gonna throw it out. You're actually gonna try it? Depends on how drunk I get tonight. I stick the box in my purse. Like, girl, though she is in her 20s. Because I was like, if you're gonna get drunk tonight, work tomorrow's gonna suck. Ready to go? Yep, all set. It's a short walk to Murph and Murphy's, the local bar where we go almost every week. Oh, been meaning to thank you for recommending that box, the Hawkeye above. Book? Yeah, book. I swear I can read, I'm not dyslexic. Actually, maybe I am. I don't know. That scene where Garnier used the potion to turn into a black kite and fly across the fiefdom. Really exhilarating. Sort of reminded me of when I was a kid and made potions from stuff we had in the fridge, hoping they turned me into a dragon or something. I think I actually did something like that when I was younger. Maybe not a dragon, but trying to cook by putting a bunch of liquids together. Sounds like they'd send your stomach on an adventure. They weren't poisonous. They were mostly all juices and soda we had in there. And salad dressings. Maybe you should try some of the mysterious floor tea. You might turn into a pigeon. About that. Seems like a pretty pale imitation. So, who are we meeting up with again? Julie, my roommate from college. I haven't seen her in forever. We used to be inseparable. We could stay up all night and watch crappy horror movies in our dorm. She's really a talented painter. She even managed to sell a couple of pieces while in school. She studied abroad in France for a semester and moved there a couple of years ago. She paints these things called GF? I don't know what it's about, but it seems all the rage, you know? We don't get to talk much these days, but she sent me a bunch of cute postcards. She's back in town to visit? That's the thing, she's actually moving back. She found a job or something? Not sure. She's been kind of cagey about why she's back. It has me sort of worried. Well, if something's wrong, I'm sure seeing the old friend will cheer her up. Hopefully. Deal with it. Julie! Margaret, it's been too long. Besties. And you're Gavin, right? That's me. Nice to meet you. Need a drink? So, you're Margaret's roommate in college? Yep, the whole time we were at Pine Martine. Except for the time when I was studying abroad. That was the semester I lived with Barbara. I was so glad when you got back. Oh yeah, that chick was so uptight. Wasn't her dad a lobbyist in Washington for church or something? Something like that. Couldn't get any dick during that time. I mean, one time she saw me kissing this girl in the dorm common area, and by the time I got back to my dorm, I had 5 unread texts asking who she was, and what happened to the guy I was dating the month before. Shit, she probably thought I was corrupting you. To be fair, that probably was not too far off from what actually happened. So, what was baby Margaret like? Was? Come on, Margaret's still a baby. Look at his face. His? This face. Fuck. I swear I can read. Hey! It's not like half of my YouTube thing is reading visual novels. Anyways. But she was even more of a nervous wreck back then, if you can believe it. Yeah, Julie had to stand up for me a lot back then. Yeah, I made sure you got at least 3 extra A's in your classes, and I got you out of even more bad relationships. How'd you help with the A's? Hopefully some of it rubbed off on me over 4 years. At least a little has. It had to rub off after all that. Hey, aren't you gonna ask me how I met Gavin? I don't think you ever visited tea friends while you lived here. Wait, this is the guy who owns the tea shop you were always going to? Of course, you're friends with him now. Does he own the tea? Oh, he's the tea shop with the bookstore. Hey, it's not because he runs the store. We have a lot of stuff in common. I think things started mostly when you called me from the costume party. Oh god, that thing. What happened? So, this lady I had just become friends with invited me over this costume party. And I think, great, this is a perfect opportunity to reuse my Pippi Longstocking costume from Halloween. But I get there and nobody's wearing a costume. Maybe a few girls are wearing flapper headbands and some guys are wearing sports jerseys, but that's it. So I immediately run to the bathroom and text a friend who will show up with a cheap costume just so I don't stand out and have someone to talk with. I just gotten Galvin's phone number the week before, and he was the only one who responded. Put on my loosest dress shirt and packed a few pirate accessories from the party supply shop down the street and made my way over there. He was a total hit too. That lady still asks to hang out together sometimes. We've been trading favors back and forth ever since. Who's owed one right now? Pretty sure you are, after I asked you to pick up the bourbon they only had in stock in Brixton. Yeah, we're basically friends because we keep getting in blood debts with each other. I admit, being my best customer doesn't hurt. See, I knew it. Didn't think the drinks commiserating about nightmare customers would become a regular thing though. I don't know. Plus, there's always that time she needed a date for her sister's wedding. Ooh, you didn't tell me it was like that. That was just for appearances. Relatives were really naggy about her getting hitched. Yeah, you know how Brazilian aunts can be. They never let me hear the end of it. I guess it do be like that. Like, I have South American relatives, and one of them got engaged recently, and I was joking that's like, people are going to be asking when you're going to have grandkids, and yeah, they're getting that question quite a bit. Anyways, Margaret, how many times do I need to tell you? Nobody knows what Brazilian aunts are like. That isn't a culturally irrelevant paradigm for Americans. Sorry, we're not as well known to Americans as Chinese parents, but at least you didn't have to be raised by them. Just gonna sit quietly over here being white. Well, 'twasn't expect you to get married before you turn into a 28-year-old spinster, okay? Spinster? But enough about me. You have to tell me about France. Boos. And the mushrooms at pieces in rotation I thought I'd never get to see in person. And there was so much historical shit. There was this one bathroom with white plaque that listed all the people who peed here. What? That's not true. No, I'm totally serious. And don't get me started on the food. You would have loved the cafes there. The servers leave you alone to read and hang out for hours. They just fill your cup when you're low. Sounds perfect for you. My local one had a great tea selection. The menus go on for pages. Sounds amazing. Maybe you can take me sometime, if I ever get time off. So what brings you back? Did you miss me that much? Oh, I got a bit homesick is all. I'll go back eventually. I'll totally bring you. I should ask you if you ever gone around to opening that reading cafe though. Oh, I haven't looked into it too much. Too busy running that bookstore? You're definitely managing it, right? There's no way that Felix guy's charge. Well, I was offered. You turned it down. Booze. She sure did. Margaret, Herman and Lawrence are totally gonna hand you the store. Or were? Those two guys loved you. You basically are their daughter. Well, first she claimed she couldn't handle the pressure. Then there was a week where she wrote down a list of all the ways she could fail. Chug, 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 chug. Which was after the week where she binged business management books without sleeping. Margaret, running business is a big deal, okay? You can't just do it all willy-nilly. You have to have a plan. You have to know what you're doing. I didn't go to school for that. I have a degree in English. How's that gonna help? Well, you could probably read better than I can, at least. And Barrow already exists, or Barlow's. How am I supposed to start one from scratch? What if it doesn't work out? What if I lose a ton of money? What if the building burns down? Hey, slow down. I'm fine. I can handle a couple of beers. Oh yeah? And is Felix doing any better as John manager? The guy threw up and cried after he tried the rum and coke. He never had that much refined sugar before. It was too much for him. And he's perfectly fine at his job. A great fit, actually. Which is why you worked 24 days in a row. I knew it. He sucks. He doesn't not suck. He's just has a lot going on right now. It doesn't help Sylvia misses half her shifts. I've missed my past 3 days off because of her. She's the one causing problems. And what's he doing about that? We're both thinking about broaching the subject with her. Whatever. You should have dumped him a long time ago. Once you take that first step, the rest comes easy. Do you think living abroad was easy? I missed my friends and family, and I also had a language barrier. I barely managed to find a job before my visa was up. But after all that, it ended up being totally worth it. I may never have a chance to have that kind of experience again. Yeah, but that wasn't a business. You didn't have to take on a bunch of financial risk. Worst case scenario, you were out of the cost of a plane ticket. That's not how it works, Margaret. It is not like you know. You're not a business owner, are you? I glare at Julie and ball my hands in the fists. What right does she have to judge me? The alcohol and adrenaline coursing through my veins strains my natural tendency to avoid conflict. I haven't been this close to a fight since high school. You don't actually have to repay business loan if you default. Oh. Yeah, see? I told you. There's no way I can... Wait, I don't have to do that? You're not personally liable for business loans as long as you operate under an LLC. LLC? Limited Liability Company. Didn't you take business class? I'm an English major. Huh. I thought LLCs were common knowledge. Didn't you learn that in one of your business books you read? No! Not that I remember, at least. Okay, maybe I did, but I kept overthinking things and just felt overwhelmed. The drinking rage is replaced by exacerbation. Another beer. So, when are you opening? Opening what? The reading cafe, duh. Well, I don't have a little money. Maybe I could quit my job and... Wait, what am I talking about? I can't do that. Why not? Well, Felix needs me. Screw him. And then, fuck him. Ooh. If he can't bother give you a day off, why should you care? But I really like the store. I'd be doing it. It's not your store, Margaret. Take control of your life. Quit your job. Start the cafe. I can be your first employee. It'll be great. As much as I like the cafe idea, she probably couldn't commit to it after this many drinks. Until then, Lord knows, I could use a little extra help around my shop. I mean, if I had something to tie me over until starting in earnest, I guarantee you days off too. Give you some time to plan and approach the cafe before diving in. Yeah! Business loan might be easy enough if you have good credit. Plus, I heard the space next to mine is going up for lease. If you're quick enough, we could be neighbors. Put together a confident business plan and show it around town. Might get some bites. A business plan. I have a few more drinks before I excuse myself. They're patient enough to listen to a few more complaints about Sylvie and Felix, but they don't press the cafe idea much more. Maybe this beer is doing its share of encouragement, but I'm more confident in the idea than ever before. Or maybe I just need some goal, however vague, to work toward. Either way, the night is exactly what I needed. I drank too much to be shy. First night. I need some water in me if I don't want to be hungover tomorrow. Might as well make some tea. Pour the water into the electric kettle and flick on the switch. Maybe I'll try that weird floor tea. I rummaged through my purse and pulled out a box I found earlier. Inside are rows of tea bags, each with a tag. The writing's definitely is English. It's Chinese? How am I supposed to know what's in this? Google Translate. I pick up the tea bag and squint at the bag. Well, there's some claws on top with some little dashes and cages under that. I bring it to my nose and inhale deeply. It smells like flowers. No, cotton. No, it's like sunny, high-pitched smell. Wait, shouldn't a smell be high-pitched? Oh my gosh, do I have some Simmasonia? Simsthamatha? Semi-sneezely? What's the thing where you smell noises? Whatever, I just has to taste to find out. Once the water boils, that is. Come on, water. The water ignores my pleas in favor of its usual steady pace. Fine, I'll be patient. Come on. Fine, I'll get some snacks or some. I try to go to the fridge, like it's an uphill hike through the snow. Man, she is wasted. Like, I can get pretty drunk, but I don't think I actually don't remember after a certain amount of drinks. You know, when I go full tilt. There's a plastic bag and a third of a block cheese inside. Yeah, eat the cheese. Yeah, this nice adult snack. Get some crackers or something. I pull the cheese out and dump it on the plate before pouring a handful of crackers out of the box I found. That just should be enough time, right? Yeah, tea time. I pour the hot water into the teapot. Oh, how many tea bags is it? The teapot holds 32 ounces, and I want to use the bag to pour a tea bag per 8 ounces of water. And if I divide 32 by 8, I get 8 bags. I mean, is it size play? But yeah. I'm wondering if it's like you do this, you're a rat person, this, you're a tiny rat person. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, that's right. 8 tea bags. I pluck 8 tea bags out of the teapot, causing the one inside to overflow. Soon enough, the intense aroma of grass and berries billows from the pot. Yeah, it's ready. The teacup and mug collection greets me with as I open the cupboard and make up most of my and they make up most of my drinkware. I rummage around and pull out the ceramic teacup I'm gifted for my birthday. I pour a generous portion of the concoction into an empty teacup, nearly overflowing it. After blowing on it a few times, I throw it back. It's hot tea! The moment the tea hits my tongue, it's like I'm looking into the sun on a bright summer's day. My mouth is overwhelmed by the assault of more flowery flavors than I can identify, and the middle's worth of grass. Cloyingly sweet berry juice seeps through the tea and tickles my sinuses. Cloyingly? The flavor is bracing, but matched up against the stupor of my drunkenness, it's invigorating. Every parched surface is instantly soothed by the tea that feels thick and syrupy in my mouth. I down the whole cup in one swig. Phew, that's some strong tea. More of this stuff and I'll be sober in no time. Pick. I pour another cup and drain it even quicker than the first. Feels like my brain is blasting away all the clamminess and cruddiness and dryness of my drunkenness with the fire hose. My skin feels tingly and bright, and my joints looser and more supple. I bounce in place as the exhilarating elixir courses through me. Man, who needs beer? I'm drinking the only this because from now on. I manically pour a cup after cup of tea. I don't sit down the teapot between pours. Once I reach the last dregs, I don't bother to fill the cup anymore, so I pour straight from the spout into my mouth. Pooey, I'm out of my stuff. Gonna make a lot more. I fill the electric kettle to its capacity. That's way not enough. I gotta make a bunch. A whole lot of bunch. I pull out the kettle from the stovetop and place it on the burner after filling it with water. The electric kettle? Oh, okay. There, that should be enough. If there is water will ever friggin' boil. I stare at the clock, watching the second hand move slower and slower. At the same time, I can feel a huge amount of energy pulsating out from my stomach, coursing through every vein, muscle, and bone in my body. Holy moly, I feel good. I bet I could lift up a truck like this. Whoo! Yeah! What the heck? Why are my pants so friggin' baggy? Oh, this must be miracle tea that makes you lose weight. I knew it. This was gonna be good stuff. Girl, you don't really have much on you in the first place. Woo. Yeah. More tea. Grabbing a fistful of tea bags, I throw another 8-ish into the teapot. I lift the electric kettle off the table. Oof, this girl's way too heavy. Like, really heavy. What the heck? I'm probably just tired from all that running. With considerable effort, I pour from the filled to the brim kettle into the teapot, splashing water onto the table as I go. A couple more tea bags should do it. I put another 2 or 3 or 5 bags into the pot. Yeah, perfection. Unable to contain myself, I ran a couple more laps, waiting for the tea to steep. Yeah. As I pass the fridge, I pull a handful of ice cubes. What about that cheese? I toss them into the teapot. I can't wait any longer. Girl! I mean, I've only done that with like green tea and the thing you get from P.F. Chang's. I pour its contents directly into my mouth. Thanks to my ingenuity, the water is cooled off enough to be drinkable. Raging heat pours down my throat and courses through my body, falling through every fiber, every pore, and every cell. But what about... Did you forget about this one here, girl? If the last batch was like staring at the sun. This is like standing on its surface. It's so good. From the moment I consume the first drop, I know I won't be able to stop until the tea is gone. My soreness and fat feel like they're melting away, unneeded and unnecessary. Just gonna hover this thing over here just in case. Eventually, the teapot runs dry, leaving me still wanting. More. Girl, I overshoot the counter as I run towards it. Huh? Where did my glasses go? And how's the counter all the way up there? After half a moment of pondering, I push those questions out of my mind. The answers aren't gonna get me more tea after all. Oh good. I have the kettle from the stove with both hands, using my sleeves as makeshift pot holders. It's so heavy. Carrying the kettle feels like lifting a wheelbarrow. By the time I reach the table, I'm practically dragging it behind me. When I turn back to the table, the surface sits at eye level. Table's huge too? With a burst of strength that a heavy lifter would admire, I hoist the kettle above my head and place it on the table. I take a quick breather as my work is not quite done. I shift my weight, preparing myself for more heavy lifting. Gripping the kettle's handle and lifting with all my strength, I tip it toward the teapot, my arms trembling. Why is it so hard suddenly? That's what she said. Only half the water actually makes in the teapot. Come on, I need more tea. My whole body is trembling. My arms and legs are ready to give out. My grip loosens on the kettle. I pull the kettle close to me in an attempt to get a better grip. The shift in weight is too much for my legs, and I trip dangerously backward. I attempt to course correct by jetting my body forward to regain my balance, only for the kettle's weight to make me sail forward. My body smashes into the table at full force, causing the mugs and saucers to clatter the floor. Reeling, I fall backward onto the ground and drop the kettle. What happened? I survey the damage. The kettle is on its side, with the water spilling out from its top. Crackers with cheese litter the floor and are mixed with shards of ceramic. The teapot shattered too, and practically brewed tea pours onto the floor, partially brewed. I gaze at the wreckage. Whatever spell I'm under is broken. What the hell is going on? Am I shrinking? The underside of the table is visible. My perspective continues to shift closer and closer to the ground. My pants have already fallen below my ankles. My shirt grows baggier and baggier. Then I hold out my hand. I can see each finger slowly losing mass, becoming thinner and shorter. I need to get help. I rummage through my pants and lift my phone out with both my hands. As I attempt to open it, my fingers grow even thinner and lose grip. No! I reach down to grab it. My arms are too short to clear the swaths of fabric that make up my sleeves. The more I fight, the more I get caught up in them. Small grit. The sweater falls over me, completely obscuring my vision. The shrinking continues, unabated by my cries. Everything turns dark. It's getting hard to breathe. Fighting with everything I have, I manage to crawl towards the light source. I'm not sure if I was quick enough. Though, I guess I could just cover it up. It's not a sex scene, but still. Gasp. Oop, right, I have to click here. I climb out of the massive heap of clothing that has become. My body feels like it's having a full body allergic reaction in the tea. My skin chafes against the wool of my sweater, like something is yanking on the hair of my arms and legs, only it's all over me. The room spins around me as I try to gain my bearings, instinctively reach up to readjust my glasses, the ones that lie next to me the height of a fence. I bump into my nose too early. Ow! I reach with both my hands and rub the smarting nose to find a fuzzy cone there instead. It starts wide on my face before tapering down into a sensitive nub at the ends. On the way to the tough to smooth, flexible strands, interrupt my investigation. On the way, a tough to smooth, flexible strands? When I reach to investigate closer with a fingertip, a hard, sharp nail digs into my skin. Do I have? I don't finish my sentence because I don't know whether to finish it with claws, or whiskers, or fur, or muzzle. What happened to me? I attempt to stand up to untangle myself from the ruins of my sweater, but feel something catch at the bottom of my spine. What the heck is that? I reach back at whatever is tying me down. Something rope-like is stuck between the folds of my sweater. I yank it free, holding it, and feeling it at the same time. I track up the length and feel it between the bottom of my spine. Is that a tail? Why do I have a tail? When I pull it in front of me to inspect, I get a first look at my fur, covering my arms. In fact, my whole body is covered in a dense layer of fur. Am I some kind of animal? What happened to me? Before I can dwell on it, I look down to see just how truly massive the piles of clothes is. Also, now they also look at it, some other things seem to have grown too, if you know what I mean. But they're covered by my sensor. It stretches out in front of me like tarps covering the damage of a windstorm. It feels as if I'm in the middle of a plane crash made of wool. The only things more daunting are the furnishings that loom overhead. Just minutes ago, what was a normal kitchen now towers over me. I shield my eyes from the kitchen light that feels like the desert sun above me. Why is it so bright? I can only use my arm to shade my eyes for a moment, since the next sensation I'm confronted with is the roar of my refrigerator and the adjoining cacophony of water in pipes and wind rattling the windows. My head throbs, and I attempt to cover my ears with my hands. It is my biggest mistake of the evening. Two sharp pangs of pain pierce through my ears as my claws make contact with two expanses of thin, sensitive skin. The ringing nearly drowns out the noises that had tormented me, or ringing. I reach up with more care this time, and confirm my ears have turned into two massive dishes on the sides of my hat. Oh god, am I a mouse? It is called Mousty. I scan my surroundings for something to confirm my hypothesis. My eyes catch up my phone. She's small! I clamber out of the sweater, over to my phone, and land short distance away. I almost default to galloping on all fours, but remain upright as I approach the screen. I catch a sliver of my figure on the surface before I lean over for a better look. A mouseified version of myself stares back. I can tell it's me even before I wave my hand to make sure it matches. All my features seem to be pasted on top of a half-human, half-rodent face in front of me. My ears protrude from my head, as large and rounded as saucers, and my nose jets forward into my snout. A few thick black whiskers sit just behind a rough brown nose. I inspect all around my body to see if the thin layer of fur really does coat every surface of my body. Oh god, it's really all of me, isn't it? I prod at my face to confirm every surface ends where it looks like it does. There's too much to take in, and I spend what feels like forever cataloging every little change. Oh my god, I really am a mouse. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. I start hyperventilating, which just makes the caricature in front of me do the same. How did the tea do this? What am I supposed to do? How would I even go about trying to... I look down at my face. It's replaced with Galvin's. I almost think I've been the subject of some new bizarre transformation when I notice that it simply is contact image. The phone buzzes to indicate an incoming call. The vibrations shoot up the pads of my little mice feet, and my tail and whiskers stiffen at the bracing sensation. Yeah. Wait, Calvin can help me. He owes me a favor. I'm just about to step on the screen and answer the call when I notice a puddle behind me. The tea. The intensity of the aroma is stronger than it's ever been. I can feel my body craving it, needing it. Girl, don't be like me with alcohol. The tea will go to waste if I don't drink it. Well, I'm going to leave this right here. I wonder what that would look like. I am a little intrigued. Not drinking that off the floor. What would a full mouse her look like? Let me just look at the thing. Okay, yeah, there's like pictures of her, you know, with clothes, but mousy, kind of like she was before she got really small. It looks like a picture of somebody doing a different transformation, but not animal-wise. There's this kind of funny picture where, like, Margaret is somehow on the table with cloth wrapped around her, and what would the expression that I would put for this guy? Kind of being like, what's going on here? But also kind of like, I don't know. Looks like there's a snake lady as well, a raccoon girl. It also looks like the main character has, you know, something grow kind of proportionate to her size right over here, if you know what I meant. Let's just say things got bigger at some point. There's also a cat girl. Yeah. Well, anyways, that's going to be the end of this quick look. So, please comment, guys, like, comment, if you like, dislike, tips, otherwise. If you like my YouTube and like to see it grow, then please like, subscribe, and check out the videos too. Up growing, please remember to spay neuter and must have control the pet population. And if you want to play this game, it's available free, where the demo is on itch.io. But if you want to play the entire game, it's available on itch.io for $20. And let me just confirm whether or not it's on Steam for $20 or something. Was it iced tea? Yep. It's on Steam for $19.99. At some point I should really figure out how the F does that work. The whole, it's not $20, it's $19.99. It just seems like a waste of having to turn physical money into harder physical money. And yeah, they also have a Patreon, which is like $5 a month for early access to their other game, Coffee Buns. I thought I'd just put it out there. And now random number generator time. Let's turn this off. Boop. Close this. Boop. Yes. Yeah, we'll look at full animal transformation in my own time. Quick look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So random number generator destiny chooses 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that one that somebody else didn't suggest, but I was like, it got werewolves. Werewolves? Oh, we're gonna have to see whether or not this is gonna wake. Kinda? Okay, I'm gonna pause it here so that I can, try and get it to, animate a bit better. So, boop. There we go, I had to de-windowize it. That being Moon Touched, a game about, let's look at the synopsis. This VN will follow the experience of a human protagonist as they prepare body, heart, and mind for a deeply erotic and spiritual ritual that will see them transforming into a werewolf, a great and sacred honor in the world that they are part of. The story is a feature of 5 possible ritual/love interests, each with their own stories and relationships to explore. They will not be set roots in the traditional sense, rather the player will choose among a lot to spend time with during each day. As the story unfolds, certain actions will, as well as how often the individual character is chosen, will affect your affinity with that character, progressing the story and deepening your bond. There's no set outcome for these lads. Their hearts can be broken. They might fall in love. They can simply fulfill their duty in assisting the player in their final ritual. It is up to you. And it looks like there's some more talky talk. But yeah, that's an interesting concept where it's like this whole thing is him becoming a werewolf. Is he a werewolf? I don't know. But yeah, it's available free on itch.io. But let's see. Patreon, what do you say? Yep, you have early access on Patreon for $5 a month. And let's see, is there anything else? Oh yeah, if you want me to check out this game or the previous game, or do a let's play series of it, then tell me and I'll give it a point, which I'll put up higher in the list of that those 2 time slots. And if you want to suggest any other games, then tell me and I'll add it to the quick look list and I'll give it a point. And until next time, another quick look. Me, GamerWolfSix, of some other visual novel game. I mean this one, We in Touch. So thanks and see ya.